Hi, welcome to Vlogmas Day 14. I'm pretty sure you can hear Lucy in the background. Actually, 2 weeks into this, it sort of gets to you after a while. So I'm going to do another softball one. The last couple have been intense. Like, I can't even get this out of here. This is the mood on the 14th day of Vlogmas. I'm going to move the camera too, just to be annoying, because I want to get a little bit closer. Is it all shaky and making you sick? Sorry, I should have moved the little thing. You wouldn't even notice, because it would just be red. I don't know if you can hear her, but Lucy is purring like crazy. And the cat content is probably pretty annoying. But you would be hearing it the whole time anyway. So I'm going to, because I'm fried, I can't even sort these by the edge pieces to the not edge pieces. And tell you a nifty story time about the first week of having this cat. Now, I'm telling you now, it's pretty gross. Pretty, like stomach turning gross probably to some people. Just to give you the heads up. But it is also kind of hilarious. Because, are you kidding me? Okay, so these things are more centered. All right. So Lucy is 14 years old, and she's gone through quite a bit in the last month or so. Her owner passed away, and she got sent to the shelter, and she hasn't been medically treated for about a year at least, and so she had out of control hypothyroidism and had to have her thyroid removed. That was what they came up with as the solution, because she was not reacting well to medication, and she was actually getting sick on the medication. So I adopted her, and they're like, yep, she's cool, she doesn't have any no medicine she's on, you're all set with her, everything is great. Okay, here comes the gross story. You know what? This story's going to be too short for this. Oh well. I can keep talking about some dumb thing. But what happened was, again, big transitions for this poor little cat. That's her if you're hearing her. She's up and about and doing great now. But for a short while, she wasn't doing so great. She had very normal reaction to the upheaval and the stress. Of having the changes in residence, changes in food, changes in everything. And she started having some little gastro issues. Again, I told you this story is gross. Okay? Which was, basically she would vomit up foam, just like clear, nothing, and also had some diarrhea, which, yeah, that's what you would kind of expect for a cat that's had these issues of change of food on any cat. It can make them sick. big, huge changes like this, and it's basically expected that something would go on. But you know, we were hoping that it would be the opposite because she's so tiny. She is 5 pounds. Poppy is 20 pounds. They're kind of comical when they're hanging out with each other. And they have hung out with each other. They've been, I wouldn't say they're like best buds, but they tolerate each other. They tolerate each other fairly well. Um, they're not fighting. They're really getting along, and I think that it's going to be. I don't think that's right. I think it's going to be good for Poppy to have another cat to pal around with because he really missed Perry when Perry left. Maybe that is right. It is right. Second guessing myself. He missed him a lot. You know, I missed him too. But anyway, so I have this nifty new cat, and everything is going great. Except she started getting sick. Now, the thing is that she started getting sick basically the day before. She had already had a vet appointment scheduled to have the stitches out. See, I am getting faster at these, aren't I? I'm saying this and now I wonder if that's the one that was found. Wait, but if that was the one, then what's that one? I don't know. I'm saying it's going together really well, and again, look at this. I'm having fun times here. Anyway, so again, I wasn't really that worried. You know, it's just a day, big deal. I just have to keep up on it because obviously, you know, you have to take care of an animal who is not feeling so hot. Yeah, I bet that's that extra one. Wait. Here's my little box. My box of the completed puzzles and all the little bags they came in. And sure enough, those extra 2 that I found the other day, there's one of them. Woohoo. Little things. Little things. Anyway, so speaking of my little devil, now see, that was really easy. Now here comes this part. So Poppy, being Poppy, he has this rather bad habit of scratching up my dresser in my bedroom, but I'm like, I don't care. I mean, you know, you really should care, but I'm like, come on. I mean, that's the one piece of furniture that he's going to go after. Nobody's going to see it. You know, it's not really bothering anything. Who really cares, right? Is my probably incorrect attitude to have. Second guessing again. You know, I just let him have it. Okay, whatever. You can beat up that one piece of furniture in the whole house. No big deal. Meanwhile, and I've given you all the warnings. You know something really nasty is coming. So here we go. Get up here. means I think this one's wrong. So my poor little miss, not feeling so hot, but she's keeping it together. She's, really good about, using the litter box properly, despite not feeling very well, and so on. Well, again, the only way to handle this kind of situation is to keep up on it. So I have been, in there making sure that litter box is taken care of, everything's good. Final warning to some grossness, okay? So, she came around the corner and saw me in there doing, cleaning the box, and she's like, well, I guess she thought, I thought, isn't that cute? She's checking up on me, and then she's moving along. That's what I thought. She must have thought, oh, this restroom is being used, let's move on to the next. So what she did was she went into my bedroom, and she noticed that the dresser, the bottom drawer of it was sort of sticking out, because Pops had been basically digging holes in it, and he seems like there's too many here. That's not it. So when he ripped up the side of the dresser, it basically made it so that the bottom drawer could not fully get put, it could not fully be closed as it should have been. So there's this tiny little gap, and I have a tiny little cat who's not feeling so great, who decided, okay, well, there's a spot to do what she needed to do. And so she squirmed her way into this drawer and used it as a litter box. That's not right. On my clothes that were in the dresser. Which was disgusting, to say the least. Like I said, really gross story. So I, that's not right. Oh yeah, there it is. So I went in and went through the clothes and basically was like, okay, I think these are all things that I can toss. Let's get rid of them. And then pulled out the entire dresser, ripped everything out, and here we go, to see if it was like against the wall or in the under a floor under it or anything like that. And then decided, Poppy has been clawing the heck out of this thing. Maybe I should just replace the entire thing rather than deal with it. So just tossed the entire drawer that she had gotten into, pulled all the drawers out there, all sitting and stacked up, Then after that, we went to the vet, and the vet looked her over and said, "Yeah, a little bit of gastro there." And so when I adopted her, they said, "Yep, she's great. She has no medications at all." That was then, because now she's on 3 different meds and also prescription cat food. And then I came home and called back the shelter because one of the people, the employees of the shelters, it was her mother-in-law who had owned this cat, so she knew the cat. So I was calling to give the update and say, hey, you know, she's settling in well. I mean, she is. Like, Poppy and her, they're not fighting at all. They'll like hang out within like a foot of each other. They're not best buddies yet, but I think they're gonna be. They'll do that kitten pile type thing soon. Anyway, as I am on the phone leaving the message for this, I guess former family member of this cat, in my living room, one of my dressers collapsed. It basically went like that. I was like, what? Did I say dresser again? A bookshelf. A bookshelf collapsed. I was like, oh my God. Nothing fell off it. Nothing got broke. It didn't squish anything. It should have squished all my plants, but it stopped. As a matter of fact, when I pushed it back up, one of the plants that it would have squished had, like, the shelf slid under the plant, so the plant went up and was on the shelf when I pushed it back up. I was like, oh my Lord. Anyway, so for that one, obviously, I looked into it and they have supporting braces. They like go like an X along the back. It wasn't part of it when I bought the thing, and didn't normally, I've had other pieces like it, and it never occurred to me to get something like that, but they do have them, so I'm going to get one and put it on there. So it's not unusable, but obviously right now I can't put anything on it because it'll collapse again. So my bedroom has all these dresser drawers out of the dresser and will be transferred into the new dresser I bought. And in my living room, everything that was on that bookshelf is on the ground again. So it looks like I'm moving because I have boxes everywhere again. But Lucy's doing okay. She is on an appetite stimulant, a anti-nausea, an anti-diarrhea, a antibiotic, and an anti-inflammatory, just to get her guts back. It appears that she's completely stopped with the diarrhea. Thank goodness. She was doing really good about it, keeping it in the box. I just had to not be there. She wanted privacy. Got it. She comes around the corner next time I'm running and let her have her space. She is still every once in a while throwing up a little. But she's doing okay. She's acting normal. You just heard her. She was scratching up her scratch pad. I do have scratch pads around. Poppy is brat that preferred this one piece of furniture, but if that's it, that one piece of furniture, like I said, I don't know how I'm going to get them to not do it on the new one. But I do have scratch pads around that are actually designed for cats. So she was scratching up that. Then she was over purring. I don't know if you heard her purring. She's gone in the other room, I'm sure, to watch cars drive by out the window. She's doing well, but that was a very sort of adventurous start to having her in the house. And also, of course, I had flashbacks to Pansy at the end, because Pansy she died of kidney failure. She had a heart problem. She had arthritis, and then the combination of medications also gave her gastro issues. So she was costing me about $600 a month at the end. when she was 19. This cat is 14. I'm like, oh my goodness, is this what it's going to be like? I'm going to be paying hundreds a month again on another cat. But I don't think so. I think it's just the stress. Also, Poppy was sort of hiding out and he wasn't eating much. So maybe it is a bug, which obviously is going to affect a smaller cat with compromised health a lot more than, a cat that's a big chunky guy. I mean, seriously, he is 4 times literally her weight. They are hilarious together. At some point, I'll probably take pictures when I don't have boxes all over the house and it's like walking through a maze. I'll get it sorted out. Anyway, yeah. So sorry for the really serious softball, but I'm sort of like, I'm hitting. I mean, I don't know if you've seen any people that are doing Vlogmas. Yeah. Once you've hit that second week, at first, like 2 days ago, I was like, wow, this is great. I'm just going to keep going forever. But the intensity of the topics of what I talk about sort of, get to me. Oh, another dumb thing. I went and did, again, I try very much to do things to distract myself by being, like, again, overwhelming my system, like I said in another video. I tried curling. That Olympic sport where they take these gigantic rocks and slide them down ice and try to hit a goal. Apparently, I'm really good at that. There, catch myself doing something good. But, like, shockingly good, to the point where they were like, hey, our team meets on Sundays at this time. And I'm like, yeah, thank you for that information. And scurried away. But apparently I'm pretty good at curling, which, who'd have thunk? Am I going to do anything with that? Probably not. Although, in the back of my head, if I ever get to the point where I'm like, I just need, like, a club of people, like, sometimes volunteering can do that. I mean, it's different from work, because work always has, like, a bit of a stress. But if you just need to, like, hang out with the same group of people that you're not really, like, friends with, you're not being, kind of, like, invasively in each other's life, but you're hanging out and doing the same thing, just to, like, get a hit off of people. Because, again, there we go. I can always join a curling club because I'm apparently pretty good at it. But probably not. Anyway, so again, sorry this was, like, way out there off topic, but I just really didn't need to fry my brain today, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. Have a good night.